We start this week with heavy emotions following one man's deadly reign of terror at a grocery store in Fordyce, Arkansas. Thank you for choosing us. I'm Jurnee Taylor. Now, the reason behind such actions still unknown this afternoon, as multiple people are dead and several injured, including 2 officers. This is a developing story and is constantly changing as new information is made available. But this is what state police is confirming so far. 12 civilians were shot on Friday. 4 of them died. 5 are still in the hospital, with 1 of them fighting for their life in critical condition at this very moment. State police is sharing new details on the accused shooter himself. The man behind the trigger is being identified as 44-year-old Travis Posey, who now faces 4 counts of capital murder after police say he acted alone while carrying 2 weapons. While a motive is unknown at this hour, officials say justice is on its way.
Right now, our priorities are twofold. The first being the successful prosecution of the suspect and making sure he's held accountable for his despicable actions. The second is to ensure the community of Fordyce and the citizens of Dallas County receive the support and prayers that they so desperately need. Please understand that there may be some information we cannot release at this time because we want to protect the integrity of the investigation.
The Dallas County Sheriff's Office says Posey agreed to his charges and will remain at the county jail without bond, and he is in the Ouachita County jail. He will appear in court tomorrow afternoon. We'll be sure to bring you the very latest when it happens. And this afternoon, we can confirm the names and faces of the 4 people killed in the wake of the tragedy. ASP is identifying them as 23-year-old Callie Weems, 50-year-old Roy Sturgis, 63-year-old Jurnee Taylor, and the most recent being 81-year-old Ellen Schrum. State police making sure those names are heard during a press conference Sunday afternoon. That's where officials acknowledged Callie Weems after a split decision to help someone else cost her own life.
I can tell you that she was shot while rendering aid to another gunshot victim. Instead of fleeing the store, she stopped to render aid in one of the most selfless acts I've ever seen.
Colonel Hager touched on the heroic actions of law enforcement officers. You can watch that full press conference right now on THV11.com. And as police work to piece together this entire situation, the heartbreak is being felt across our state. Last night, the scene of where violence first erupted turned into a site of hope and recovery as people gathered for a vigil to remember the lives taken away.
I can't even begin to imagine how you feel. I'm not even going to try to. But I can tell you this, Fordyce, you've not been forgotten.
Members of the community say they plan to host the event each year to ensure the names of their loved ones aren't forgotten. Now, we understand this information is a lot to take in, but we assure you THV 11 is working to guide you through the very end of this situation. To follow this story in its entirety, we have everything you need to know posted right now on our website. That's THV11.com.
Dangerous heat is the big weather story to start off the new work week here in Arkansas. In fact, the National Weather Service has gone ahead and has upgraded the heat advisory to an excessive heat warning for all the counties in the pink. And that's just because the heat index, or what it could feel like out there, is going to be 110 to as high as 115. That excessive heat warning includes a large part of the Little Rock Metro, and that goes all the way until 9 o'clock this evening. Look at these temperatures right now, already into the low to mid 90s, and it's only noon. 96 right now in Hot Springs, 96 in Monticello, 95 in Russellville, 95 here in the capital city. A few puffy clouds are trying to develop, but your feels like temperature, the combination of those hot temperatures with all that humidity, yuck. It feels like 107 right now in the capital city, and many locations feel like the same across the natural state. Here's your future clouds and radar. Temperatures today will flirt with 100 degrees. There's a small chance there could be an isolated pop-up shower storm, but most locations will stay dry. Temperatures tonight only dropping back down into the mid to upper 70s, and tomorrow we're back into the tropical soup once again, but there is some heat relief on the way. It's minor relief, but I'll let you know when that could arrive coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. A new investigation is underway as Little Rock police is searching for answers after finding a woman dead Sunday afternoon. Police say they were responding to a shots fired call just before 3 p.m. And after arriving to the scene near 22nd Street, they say a woman was found dead. This afternoon, we're still waiting for an update on a motive and cause of death. In Jacksonville, a man wanted for a shooting earlier this month has turned himself in. Officials have been looking for his red Chevy Avalanche ever since an 18-year-old was shot multiple times. Police say 28-year-old Malik Roy will face multiple charges as the investigations continue. In a TV 11 update, the high-profile suspected killer Stacey Lee Drake is back in Oklahoma, where he will face double murder charges. Drake was discovered last week after being spotted in Morrilton, Arkansas. Now he is being held in Sequoia County Jail, where he faces 3 charges in that county alone. Drake is also charged with the murder of a man in Alabama and is the suspect of another homicide near Oklahoma City. Turning now to a traffic alert for folks driving in Little Rock. The stretch of North Rodney Perham will remain closed for an extended period of time. As construction continues, you can expect delays to last for over a month, and detours will remain in place until progress is made. With climate becoming a rising issue, more people are concerned that solar panels have a role in severe weather. Our Verified team in Charlotte took that into consideration and has more on what we can confirm.
Viewer Gal D sent us this lengthy post. It's from a person who claims to be a retired aerospace engineer. The poster claims solar panels will create thunderstorms and tornadoes. So we wanted to look to see if solar panels actually attract lightning. Let's verify. Our source is Abasifreke Ebong, a UNC Charlotte electrical and computer engineer professor, WCNC Charlotte's chief meteorologist Brad Panovich, and the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy. Professor Ebong says solar panels absorb sunlight, which then in turn can create energy.
Majority of solar cell today is made from silicon as a semiconductor. So that's what we normally term as absorber. It absorbs electromagnetic waves, which is sunlight.
According to the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, 95% of solar panels sold are made of silicon, something Panovich says doesn't attract lightning.
There really isn't anything that would attract lightning. The only thing that really causes them to be a problem is they're usually on a roof and they're attached to your electrical system. So just like a satellite dish or the power lines.
Panovich explains lightning occurs from ice crystals that rub against each other and create a charge.
A negative charge at the top, positive charge near the ground, and those negative and positive charges like to attract. And so when they get close together, they will connect and all the discharge will come out of the cloud.
Since lightning likes the path of least resistance, it's usually the tallest building, tree, or object that will get struck. So if a solar panel is the tallest object at that time, it can get hit, but it doesn't specifically attract it.
It doesn't attract or get hit by lightning any more often than the roof would normally get hit.
So we can verify that no, solar panels do not attract lightning. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Rip currents could take the fun out of your beach trip if you aren't careful. Just ahead, tips on what you can do to stay safe and avoid the worst case scenario.
And it's a great day to cool down by the pool or the lakes because we're not the only ones baking across the country. Heat dome is in control, but it will loosen some of its grip as we go into the rest of the work week. I'll let you know when we could see a little bit of relief and a chance of showers and storms next.